Hey guys, it's Ashley here with another weight loss video. Today I just want to talk to you about the 5 most common mistakes people make when they're trying to lose weight. Number 1 is that people only focus on calorie counting. The most common way of losing weight is to restrict the amount of calories that you eat and expend more calories so that your calorie balance is more calories expended and less calories taken in, which will in theory help you lose weight. Yes, if you restrict calories you will lose weight, and even though I don't agree with the calorie principle, it has been shown over and over again that restricting calories will lose weight. My issue with that is that people are not focused on the quality of the calories. For example, 500 calorie meal, which could be ice cream, donuts, pizza, versus 500 calories of healthy chicken, thigh, some greens, and some healthy starches like a sweet potato. And yet 500 calories, although it's the same, will have a completely different effect on your body. So rather than just counting calories, I prefer to get people to bring in nutritious food first and use calories as a guide. So if they're really focused on counting calories, then we'll give them a range to try and hit every day. For example, 2,000 calories. Yeah, try and get to 2,000 calories, but everything that they eat that makes up those 2,000 should be coming from natural, unprocessed foods. So for me, it's more about the quality than the actual number of calories in or out. And I think particularly as people get into their 40s, 50s, 60s, it becomes harder and harder to lose weight, especially just purely counting calories. Number 2 is that people do too much cardio. Cardio, it obviously is very, very good for you. It helps your heart, your cardiovascular system to maintain health and to keep functioning very well. But cardiovascular exercise is very adaptable. Your body will get used to it very, very quickly. So you'll see it when you go to the gym. You'll see people on treadmills, cross trainers, bikes, and you might even see them there for a year or 2 years, and yet they don't look any different. The reason is that the body becomes very used to doing it. So whatever difficulties it found in the beginning, it will no longer find it as difficult and will not therefore need to adapt to it as much. So in my opinion, cardio or steady state cardio, where you're just on a piece of equipment, treadmill for example, and you're just going at a constant pace, is not that beneficial for losing fat. What I think is much more beneficial is either high intensity cardio, for example sprinting followed by a period of easy recovery and repeating, or weight training, because both of those methods really challenge the body. So once you've stopped, the body has to go through a period of repair and growth and recovery. It takes a lot longer for your body to recover from those types of exercises than it does doing an hour of cardio, just steady state cardio. Number 3 is more for the older population trying to lose weight. And this is not taking into consideration toxins. As we get older and older, we are constantly taking in toxins from our environment. It could be from pollution in the air, metals or plastics dissolved in the water or in the foods. It could be things that we're putting on our skin. We're just exposed to all sorts of chemicals, and the body cannot break these things down. They're designed to be difficult to break down. For example, pesticides and herbicides. So when these things come into our bodies, the body cannot break them down. So what does it do? It has to store them. Now, the more we take in, the more our body is going to produce fat to store these toxins. Over time, these toxins that we're taking in start to have an effect on our cells, on the cell membranes, on our DNA, and the body can process these things for a certain amount of time. But as we get more and more toxic, the amount of damage it's doing is greater than the amount of repair that the body can do to keep up. So these toxins are making it harder for us to lose weight because it's causing our bodies to store it in the fat. So until we can get rid of some of these toxins, the body is going to hold on to the fat as a way of protecting you from the harmful effects. Number 4 is a really common one, and that is avoiding fat. Okay, so fat has the same name as that wobbly substance around your body, fat, but they are completely different things. Fats do not make you fat directly, and fats will not directly cause heart disease or an increase in your cholesterol. We have been conditioned to avoid these things because we have been told over and over again to reduce our fat intake so that we can protect ourselves from becoming fat or becoming at risk of heart disease. But it's not so much that fat is responsible, it's the type of fats. And of course there are good and bad fats, but the good fats are not going to cause you to gain weight, and they're not going to cause you an increase in your cholesterol levels or put you at risk of heart disease. In fact, they're more likely to help protect you against these things. So I see people all the time who are restricting fat to the point where they're not having any fat in their diet at all. And yet these are the people that are really struggling to lose weight. If you want to lose weight, you're going to have to increase your fat intake. And the last one, guys, number 5, is trying to lose too much too soon. It gets to summertime and we start to panic. We've let our bodies get out of shape for almost a year, and now it's time to go on holiday. So we want to lose fat and look good on the beach. So people then try and go on a crazy extreme diet where they lose loads of weight in a very short amount of time. Of course, it is possible to lose a lot of weight, but it's not just weight that you want to lose. You want to be able to lose fat more than anything else. The more fat you lose, the better you're going to look. So rather than trying to lose so much all in one go, the best approach is to do it in a sustained manner over a longer period of time. And studies have shown over and over again that the people who lose a drastic amount of weight in a very short amount of time are the ones that always end up being fatter and heavier than they were before they started their diet. And this is probably because they restrict their bodies so much that when they eventually do give up, they end up just shoveling all sorts of food in and not exercising as much as they were. And so they're of course going to gain weight. So that was my top 5 mistakes that people make when they're trying to lose weight. As you get older and older, it becomes harder and harder, which is why I don't think that it's all about just restricting your body of calories. If you have any questions, guys, post your questions in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in an upcoming video very soon.